Today, I'm gonna be building my dream keyboard for Minecraft. Gloria sent me literally a whole kit of parts that I was able to custom choose so I could build a keyboard that's better than any that I've ever had. Not only am I gonna be building a brand new keyboard for myself, but I'm also gonna be doing a giveaway for a GMMK Pro that you could win too. So make sure you stick around and watch to see exactly how to enter and also how much fun this keyboard was to build, because this was my first time ever building one. Getting straight into the build, we first need to start with the base of the keyboard, and for this I was sent the GMMK Pro Bare Bones Edition. And instantly the first thing that I was taken back by was the weight.
Oh my, bro, this is heavy. Dude, this has some serious weight to it. Oh my god.
The box also came with a not so fancy cable, a keycap puller, and a switch puller. Once I got everything out of the box, it was time to start putting in the switches. And for these, I went with glorious Lynxes, which are linear switches and are prelooped.
Stickers and stuff. We don't need the stickers, we just need these. Sounds really good. That sounds really, really nice. Okay, so I think I just put the switch in. Okay, so far so good. Put in my first switch. Was not too difficult. Okay, so we got the whole F row done. That actually did not take me as long as I thought, and yeah, that was really, really easy. All right, there's the second row done. One of the this is so easy. I was like surprised. I've been checking each one to actually make sure it was in there, but yeah, they're in. So I guess it's actually that easy. You just kind of pop them in. Box one of switches down. All right, this is how we're going. We just got one last row, and that's it. It should be ready after that. Box two down. What's actually nice is I think I'm gonna have some left over. I mean, there's definitely way more switches than there are needed, so I'm probably gonna have some left over after this. Probably pop some of these in on my GMMK. All right, so now we got all the switches in. We got quite a few of these left over. I don't know what else I'm gonna do with them. Maybe I'll make a salad with them. You know, these kind of give me crouton vibes. All right, next, I think we gotta take out this. Well, that sounds really nice, but we got to take out this knob. Oh my god, I'm ripping this thing apart. Look at this. We got to like take live action right now. Okay. Oh, okay, so you just pull it out. All right, we're brute forcing it out. Oh my god, that felt so unnatural. Okay, well, we're just gonna pop this one on then. Okay, so he just the guy just pops it back on. All right, let's go. Okay, that's what I'm talking about, baby. Let's go. Listen to this. New beautiful accent white rotary knob. I'm loving it. Now we're on to one of the most important freaking touches. Oh, dude, these feel nice. Oh, Lord. This is gonna sound incredible.
Once I finished putting on all the keycaps, this is what the final build looked like. But this was also where I ran into my first minor problem. So it turns out that the stabilizers were super over lubed to the point that they actually would stick a little bit. Now this wasn't a huge problem, but I did actually have to disassemble the board in order to fix it. So if I had known to check for something like this, then maybe I could have saved myself some time, but you live and you learn. In all, this took me about a half hour to fix, and I just had to rub some alcohol on the pads of the stabilizers and make sure that the outer housing of the stabilizer had no extra lubricant on it. Once I did that, everything was good to go. And this is a little piece of advice from personal experience. If you ever find yourself modding your stabilizers, make sure you test them just like I do here before you put the whole board back together. Finally, all we got left to do is connect the coiled cable. And with everything connected, this is what it looked like. Honestly, in my opinion, I think it's the keycaps that make it. And usually I'm a huge RGB guy, but like, dude, these keycaps look so freaking nice. And everything from the accent of the rotary knob to just the colors of the keycaps in general, it just suits my whole setup so perfectly. The LEDs are also really bright and shine through a surprising amount considering the fact that the switch housings are not see-through. Now it's time to test the board in game and share my thoughts on it. So firstly, I'd like to start off with build quality and material choice. The whole board is super heavy and feels really sturdy while I'm using it, which is fantastic. This is how it should feel. This is a 75% keyboard, which is great for me outside of gaming because sometimes my other 60% keyboards just don't have the keys that I need, and this is a perfect balance for saving desk space and balancing functionality. This board is also very customizable aesthetically, so not only can you go with either black or white for the base style, but you can also customize the switch plate and the top frames. But for the look that I was going for, I ended up just going with all black everything because I feel like it fit the fire aesthetic really nice. Also, something that's sick about this board is that it's of course 3 and 5 pin hot swappable, so you can easily change the feel of your board without having to solder, and that is a huge deal for someone like me who isn't really familiar with modding and building keyboards and just wants to get into the hobby. It also has south-facing LEDs, which can make the lighting more visible to the user, and a rotary knob, which is good for media controls. A lot of people, and especially enthusiasts, really prefer south-facing LEDs, and at first I thought I wouldn't really notice a difference, but after using the board for a while now, I can definitely say that the south-facing LEDs have a large effect in brightening up the board. The switches themselves are really smooth. Like, they're so, I don't know if you would call it creamy, but that's what it feels like. They just got this sound and feel to them that is really nice, and they're also not too loud, which is a huge plus for me because I play super late at night sometimes, and I already send shockwaves throughout the universe from how loud I smack my mice when I play, so any noise reduction is good for me. I've always been someone who's into linear switches, so these ones suit me best, but I know some folks might like the tactile panda switches that Glorious makes, or really any of the other switches that you might want to put into this board, because that's really what makes this board so hyped for me to have been able to build this, is that I can take it apart and just toss in whatever switches I want. So it's not like I have one keyboard, it's more like I have a bunch of keyboards, if that makes sense. The only thing too far I wasn't too keen on from this board was the stabilizers, but even those were fixed pretty easily and can be modded in the future if I really want to. In fact, I might end up tossing in some Duroc V2 stabilizers in a little while. This is really another plus about this board though, because there's so many different modding guides and videos out there that it's really easy for someone to just pick up the board and just start modding it without having to worry about breaking it, because there's tons of guides out there that exist. The Celestial series keycaps that I put on are absolutely amazing. The print of the letters is clean, consistent, and the coloring and feel of the GPPT material is very well made. In my opinion, it's this beautiful keycap set that really ties the whole board together with the nice white rotary knob, and I couldn't be happier with the aesthetics. One thing I heard about this board before I got it was that some people had input lag problems, but mine thankfully does not have that issue. And I honestly think what's happening here is that perhaps people may have forgot to change the response time in the software to 2ms. In games other than Minecraft, the response time difference won't matter as much, so that's probably why the default is approximately 10ms. But for Minecraft, where you need to W-tap often, I'd highly recommend making this change. In all, I'm super happy with the board and look forward to modding it in the future. But now it's time for you to have a chance to win one for yourself. To enter into the giveaway, you only need to do 2 things. The first is to like this video, and the second is to join my Discord. The winner will be selected by a bot on Discord, so everything is done fairly. If you want to pick up a GMMK Pro or any other Glorious products for that matter, like switches, keycaps, or even mice, I'll have an affiliate link in the description that supports me. A huge thank you to Glorious for giving me the opportunity to make this video, and of course to you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video. Peace. GG.